Good morning. Welcome, fellow members. Do apologize for the delay, as this is a new segment, the first episode of our US market. And of course, those of you who have joined us, you may want to know that we have changed the format. As you have seen, we have already moved to a new market in here, looking into the US market. Let me just switch to a wider chart. And pretty much of what we have done has sort of shifted to the US market in here. And bearing in mind, we do think that some of our existing member may know that we need to diversify out from where we are, especially in the Malaysian market. But our breakfast show on Monday will still be the Bursa market in here. And of course, our Wednesday will be a mixture of the US market as well as Bursa to give you a flavor from what we have. So you can see from the left hand side is the US S&P 500 since breaking the 4,500 level in here, continue to come down. But I do think that last night, looking at the chart as you see on the left hand side, will provide some sort of a support that we see so far. So for today, the US market in here, take note what some of the things we'll be sharing is the US market is still in the red pentagon, and right now looking at the support at 4240. I think the 4240 is actually a good level in here, and what we usually want to do is looking for sign of strength. And that last time that we have the sell-off, which is about 3 days ago, let me just move for the chart here, and this is also got to do with probably the removal of Kevin McCarthy from the US Congress. That causes the market in here. Now on the October 11th, I believe the US Congress will reconvene for another selection of the House Speaker, probably from the US Republican side in here. And of course, that yet to be seen and how the market is going to be jittered. But again, this may be temporarily averted, since when Kevin McCarthy came in and passed the bipartisan to avert the government shutdown, we may see a following coming in November, if I'm not taking November 17. But take note, next week will be release of the CPI figures on the, I believe, usually on the 13th of October. That would be something you want to look out for, whether the so-called outlook of whether interest rate cut or no cut. That's the one but red pentagon right now is down both for the Nasdaq and as well as the S&P 500. And I think for our latest members who really want to learn about the US market, this is definitely something you want to share with your friends and also with your colleague if they want to find out more. So give us a like here and give us a thumbs up, and just to show that we are really doing a good job educating our fellow members and also the members of the public and also the US SmartRobie users. Okay, I think that is the premise why we do what we do here, is to educate and at least allow many of the members of the investing community to diversify out from where we have. So do share and like this video, okay? Like this FB video, as today is our first episode on the US market. Give us a thumbs up in here. So of course, the beginner list can use the Robie FA list that we cover, very similar to the other Bursa market as well as the Hong Kong market in here. So thank you again for your support so far in here. And if you are a regular folks who've been following me on the breakfast show as well as on live FB, give me a comment in there so I know that you are here giving the good morale support that we much needed in here. Now let's get on to the market. Right now we can see again the US SmartRobie is powered by Pentagon Guider, and we'll be looking some of the good stocks. Definitely from the VSA 360 set to go from here, you can definitely see everything is red, right? And this is again from the continuing from the live Facebook that I talk about on regular Wednesday, that we are seeing the September. Now remember, this Wednesday on live Facebook is the October seasonality together with the U-Smart Singapore. That is one way you can open up an account. And don't forget, if you do open up an account, I'll give you some information below in here. And don't forget to use the invitation code that we have for you, and you will get 400 SmartRobie credit to use it in here, and continue to be educated using our SmartRobie US to find out. But right now we can see everything is red, all right, in here. So we just have to see what's happening in here. Now if you see from top of the chart, let me just maybe switch to a wider chart here. You could see this market, what we've seen is maybe you want to rewatch this again. There's a lot of sectors. Just like in Bursa, we also have about 13 sectors. And if you look back 1 year ago, maybe let's zoom back to the last 3 months performance. Okay, you can see from the last 3 month performance here, you can see definitely the energy sectors, which is the E here. This one here, let me just switch to a laser pointer, and this was the dominant one in here, which did outperform the last 3 quarters. You can see back in September, August, where the energy prices, but since then has started to taper off. But we have the other sort of, like a race. We have the communication XLC, which is an ETF. We have the XLV. XLV, you can look from here. It is the I just can't find it. I think it's a healthcare. V is a healthcare, that's right. XLV is a healthcare. XLF is of course finance. XLK, the technology stock. So the last 3 months you can see only energy has done pretty well. As I said before on Wednesday, this is why a lot of the US stock has done well. But we can see XLU, which is the utility, was done pretty bad because of the energy, cost of energy. RE is the real estate, and P is I believe is stable consumer. Consumer discretionary are more the high ticket item, like your expensive $600 Nike shoes, and also the Mercedes. Those usually fall into that category in there. All right, if you have any stocks that you want me to review for the US side, feel free to pencil those in there, and I'll be happy to really go into the nitty-gritty of the stocks. Okay, and also let's take a look at the next one we have for you. Right, is the US Dow Jones still bearish. Now remember, the US Dow Jones has broken below the 3,400. Let me just bring the, you can see here broken the 3,400, and since just dropped another almost 700 points, but holding up right now. It may reverse to the downside, upside, all depending, but it is crossing down. But do take note, as I said before on Wednesday, the live Facebook, the October seasonality are pretty strong. We might see a bottoming in the October month, and then we'll see the November rally from here. So right now, watch out for the sign of strength at spring at around 33K. And also, we want to be looking into the US bearish right now. US Nasdaq is still bearish. You can see the market broke through in here, but US the Nasdaq, powered by the AI sectors and more the technology stocks, has started to move sideways. So this is definitely a leading indicator compared to the Dow Jones, and later on we will be looking at the S&P 500. So it's holding at this level at 1460 in level, and started to form a double bottom. You can see here, right, a double bottom in here. But of course, more importantly, it needs to break out the 1500 level. If it does break out, of course, this you will notified by the red green pentagon, and that's so much easier in here. Again, we do have spring. That's a nice one here. We do have a test as of it now, because we are looking at the Nasdaq ES1 mini future. So that's the one that's going to be telling you how much the market will be driving our KLSE 2 here. And you can see the downtrend has sort of turned back up in here. Nasdaq is the one you want to pay attention. Now next we have is the S&P 500, which is actually a similar cousin of the US Dow Jones. Looking at the top 500 charts, you can see here, which is also on SmartRobie using the S&P 500. Now the S&P 500 is broken below the 1414400. Okay. And again, if it cannot hold. It may reverse to the downside, but hopefully it will just do simply the same thing as Nasdaq. Then it can stay up and maybe, you know, give a bit of strength. And we were looking at some of the stocks. Now, of course, today I couldn't find much of a stock because we still have the market downtrend, but this is pretty good. Even on the stage 2 shares, where we study the continuing of uptrend. Let me just switch to a wider chart here. Stage 2 shares, which is the ST2 daily under the S&P 500. One more time here. And there's nothing is available in here, so there is not much any stocks really staging up. You can see everything is red. That's why we couldn't find anything. And now we will, of course, you can always check out the Pentagon Guider, right? Pentagon Guider in here we do have, but take note, some do pick those stock that is already green Pentagon. Oh, Tesla is turned green Pentagon on 4th October. May check it out on route, because many of our reader are familiar with Teslas in here at 260. Yeah, it did turn green Pentagon. That's a nice one too. So take a note at the green Pentagon for Tesla in here. And let's see whether you retest back one. Some of the stocks, just need to re-log in again and defaulted to KLSE. So make sure when you get in, click on the S&P 500, click on the Pentagon Guider, all right, and then you will get this stocks in here. Starbucks turn green Pentagon and turn back red. You can see we hit SBX because we do look back the green Pentagon on couple of days. So this is why you can say green, and you can see it was red Pentagon yesterday, but it haven't been processed. It actually get processed at about I think about just right now. So that's why you will see Starbucks turning green Pentagon later on in here, but right now the yesterday data was still on the red Pentagon in here. So pretty good on that one. So make sure you refresh that later on when you check it out later in the afternoon, but usually you want to look at this at night because it's still in the process of pre-processing the data. Now from the so-called stocks that I'm interested in here for the so-called, let me just bring this up again, sorry, I forgot one thing, yep, which is the so let me just get this again. All right, so this is the stage 2 shares. Sometimes they don't work too well, do they? So on the hot sectors, not that one. Why some of these are coming out? So I'm just going to go straight to it here. Let me just get my it's just that when you move this slide, it doesn't move as well. It is okay. So we got the continuation, and don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter for our daily so-called dose of the Bursa market, the KLSE market, and of course we do have the Robie FA stocks. That's the one that we are looking at. If you look at the Robie FA stocks for the US market, there's actually none, but I did find one that I generally like. Is some of these already turned red Pentagon because we picked them up later. Okay, so we do have it in here, but again, the green Pentagon will be updated because they have turned from green to red in here. Most of them are still in the downtrend, like TEL, and you can just show you here. It's down last night, you can see, right? Yep, it started to sell off here. You can see this market is holding up a base. Though I don't like most of these, but there's one stock I generally like is UNH. This came out on the 2nd of October. All right, so UNH, that's a good one. So you can type in UNH. This is a healthcare provider in US. You can check out also the fundamentals. Let's look at the fundamentals first, right? And you can see this is a United Healthcare Group, rated 4 out of 8, pays a 1% dividend. ROE is 25% with a PE of 22 times when the sector average is 45. So being the healthcare, a big market cap, 467 billion in this case, right? And you can see top shareholder Vanguard, BlackRock, and States. These are the usual suspects. Of course, you can always click on United Healthcare. That will probably tell you pretty much what the company does. And they do a lot of, I think, hospital, pharmacy, right? Something good for our members to really learn about the US market. But right now you can see from the chart up, it's really up, breaking up to the last up thrust in here. And of course next week you'll come back and see how well will this perform. Now bear in mind, the US stocks usually don't pay the high dividend like they do in Malaysia, because a lot of them, some of these earnings are still used to plow back into the market. They're used to plow back into the market. So so one of the stocks that I like for our Robie FA, in also in addition to what we saw in here, there's none for 6 October, as I said before, a lot of them, is Visa. Okay, Visa in addition to UNH, United, is that United Health Group? Okay, now so you look at V, it's Visa. Hit that one, which is listed in NYSE, and this one is, I think we all know, using Visa card. Chart wise, just turned green Pentagon. It's been dipping down, and last night turned green Pentagon. You can see at this nice support in here. Oh, it hasn't turned green Pentagon yet, sorry, and I think it will come soon, because I'm just out very fast. You can see the volume just didn't turn as high as it can, but this one, check out the stock fundamentals for V here. And you can see they pay also small dividend, 0.78% dividend, but an ROE of 44 with a PE of 29 times, sector average being 27, giving it a rating of 5. A strong company in here. So that's pretty much cover what we have for our first episode of the S&P 500 with SmartRobie US in here. So our unique proposition for our Pentagon Guide and for our members is definitely check out the green and the red Pentagon, usually telling you the up and down signal in here. And more important, right now you can set up your watch list, your watch list using the SmartRobie, any of the US stocks, S&P 500 in here, using the watch list in here. And if you have Tesla, just like I said before, just turn green Pentagon. It's just that today we didn't focus on the tech stocks. We were talking about healthcare here. You can find the watch list with the green Pentagon with the blue cell here telling you these already have notification, and you want to check it out in here. And of course, the notification will be sent out in the morning and then also at night, just before the market reopen in here. So make sure you know this. These are daily alert. Daily alert, you gotta get up or down and toggle that on too. So of course you can also check on your notification right in your phone in here. Right now it's freebie for newbie. Okay, freebie for newbie. And for breakfast show will be our format for our Continue Friday, and of course our VSA 360 where our orientation continue. And don't forget, this coming Monday, as Tuesday I'll be away, for Monday for our members, if you are listening members, Monday we'll be doing our members training as well as our orientation in here. So make sure you check it out by then. And also through our training, our members have done pretty well, like Sukumar Mayfan. You can see some of the success story we continue to share with new users. And if you want to learn more, really do follow us on our membership program in here. So as a summary, I can see the US market still looking very bearish now, but we do think that the support will be tested, and if there is a test and the market continue to go up, we'll see the market rebound back. I do believe the October month is the support that we wanted to get here. Okay, and don't forget to sign up for our newsletter and hit that subscribe button on the Trade VSA in here. Of course, this is the first episode of our VSA 360, first episode of our US SmartRobie in here. And definitely in the coming weeks, we also like to hear your review. What are the things that you want to... Now, if you have any stocks that you want me to look at for the US market, feel free to pencil those in there. Right, there are a lot of these. And a lot of them actually has great potential in here. Any stocks that you want me to look at for the US market? All right, since I don't get any much in here, thank you for your support in here. And I do think that the market will rebound soon. And also using the Pony Express, something I will talk about for our members, is working very well actually. That's all I have for our Smart Robie episode 1 for the US market in here. And we will be back on Monday for our regular program. Thank you for watching and thank you for your support.